Welcome to a Sleepover with Yuri. If you've ever been categorized as a minority, whether for being an immigrant or LGBTQ or a person of color, well, guess what? You are in a majority on my show. And tonight is a very special night because I'm having a sleepover with myself. I'm a guest on my own show tonight, and I'm going to talk to Alexa. Jacob Alisher.
Hi, Yuri. It's good. Hi, everyone. I just want to let you know it is El Yashar.
All right.
So,
can I just call you Alexa?
Jacob's just fine.
All right, Jacob.
All righty. But before we get started, Yuri, thank you so much for allowing me to be Alexa for all the episodes and for letting me be a part of this. I am so proud of you. And you've grown leaps and bounds since I first met you at your M&N class. So we first took our M&N class. So this is a job well done.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, guys. So I think what qualifies me to do this is my almost a decade in journalism with jakestake.com and my podcast, the Jake's Take with Jacob Alisher podcast.
Yes, definitely.
So let's get started.
All right.
On your show, every guest that we have seen is a minority that identifies as either a person of color, an immigrant, or a member of the LGBT community. How do you come up with this concept, and why was it important to have them here?
Definitely. Well, I consider myself a minority, and I've been a minority my whole life. First experience was back in Russia, being gay. And then I came to the United States and became an immigrant. So being a gay and being an immigrant my whole life basically made me a minority, and something that I wanted to share with other people because the experience that I've had, I feel like the experiences that deserve awareness.
Okay, so awareness. So I gotta say, growing up as an immigrant in Russia and then immigrating to the United States.
Growing up as gay in Russia.
Growing gay as Russia
Not an immigrant.
And immigrating to the United States. Mm-hmm. Can you please tell that story to our audience?
Well, being gay in Russia definitely was not the best experience that I had. It was pretty tough. I did not have much going on. I just had to basically live a double life and lie to other people and pretend to be who I wasn't. And it was a lot of isolation, a lot of, just fake living. And it's really sad because when I look back, it's, when you're younger, when you're a child and, a teenager, you should be enjoying your life. You should be proud of who you are and enjoy life and do things. You should not be ashamed of who you are. You should not be fearful. You should not fear your life. You should not be afraid of living your life openly and freely. But unfortunately, that's the experience that I had. Yeah.
It breaks my heart hearing about this because everyone should be free and authentically who they are 1,000% of the time.
I agree.
So when did you escape to the United States?
Oh, God. Well, I moved to the United States not so long ago, just about, 5.5 years ago. But I first came here when I was in my late teenage, and that was like my first experience. But I wasn't strong enough, I wasn't brave enough to just move here. Because immigration itself, and a lot of people don't understand, it's a hell of a deal. It's not something that you just buy a ticket and go. It's changing your life forever, giving up on a lot of things that you had. And, it's at that time, I wasn't sure if I just wasn't strong enough to commit to immigration. I just chose to hide and isolate and, be gay in Russia.
But in all honesty, I think you're stronger now than you've ever been. And I think that you, by taking political asylum here, has made you stronger and your opportunities have strengthened. And and for those of our audience who don't know what political asylum is, can you please tell us about it?
Yeah. Well, thank you, first of all, for the kind words. I really appreciate it. I definitely am stronger today because I and that's this idea of my show. The second you're born, you have value, and I believe in that. And this value is absolutely equal. It doesn't matter what religion you are, what nationality you are, what color of your skin is, what language do you speak, what sexual orientation you are. It doesn't matter. The second we are born, we have equal value. And this is something that I want to advocate for. And this is something that I never felt. I never felt for a really long time in my life. I felt a minority. I felt inferior, and it's just not right. And I don't want that for other people. And coming here, applying for a political asylum was quite an experience. Once you apply for political asylum, basically you can't go back home to your home country, so you can't really go visit your family, and there are a lot of things that come with that.
What are the like? It's sad that you are you here by yourself? Can your family visit you?
It depends on a personal case. In my case, my family tried to come visit me. My parents tried to apply for a visa and come here. They, unfortunately, they couldn't. They can't come over here, and I can't go back. That's probably the tragedy of my political asylum. It's definitely a blessing. The fact that I got a political asylum here and I can stay here, and I'm definitely happy. But it's also a curse because I can't go back home. And no matter how unhappy I may have been back home in Russia, but it was still my home, where I grew up and where my grandparents were, and my parents, and my pets and my childhood friends. It's still something that makes me sad up to this day, and but it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice that I chose, and they do say that sacrifice is when you give up something you like to get something you like even more. And I prefer freedom and feeling safe and feeling be myself.
And as we both know, New York City is probably the biggest city in the United States and North America too, and it can feel awful lonely. So how were you able to make friends?
Good question. Well, I naturally consider myself a friendly guy. When I was little, growing up in Russia, I had so many friends, and we just played all the time. And I have a sister and a brother, and I would always play with their friends. And I was just used to having people around me. And I love people generally, just something that, I know about myself. Like, I get excited meeting new people, or when I see people that I know, I generally feel happy. So that quality that I have really helped me a lot with making new friends, because I didn't have many friends growing up in Russia, unfortunately, especially after, with this whole coming out of age. So friends is something that I truly wanted to have, and I appreciate having friends.
Friends are always important, and I think with Sleepover with Yuri, you've introduced. It was so great to see all your friends here and all the people that you met throughout your journey here. So how did these guests get here?
Oh, God. Oh, well, different ways. Not to sound all, philosophical, spiritual, crazy, but every guest on my show kind of came into my life when I needed that guest. First of all, they're all people that I actually know. It's none of the guests was cast, or found from, the casting agency. Every single guest on my show is a person that I know and I consider a friend, and I met them under different circumstances, a different time. And when I started filming the show and came with the idea, they kind of started popping up, and I was. And I just started inviting them over, and it was also a great way to reunite with them and see them again and catch up.
And we have had a lot of great conversations. And then I gotta say, do you have a particular favorites, or are they all your favorites, or or they're solid?
Honestly, every time the episode would come out, I would tell my friends, "Oh my God, that was my best episode. That's the most favorite episode so far." And it happens with every episode. So every episode is my favorite. they're all different topics, different subjects. Some are more dramatic, some are more fun. But overall, I just love sleepovers. I really do. It's something that I love my whole life. And I just put a camera in front of, the couch and,
You've had some really good and deep and meaningful sleepovers. I want to start off with Jenn, Olmsted, because the thing is with him about growing up with aging, and also it was very haunting and sad to hear about what was it like being LGBT in the 80s and 90s at the height of the AIDS epidemic.
Yeah, Jim was great. It was definitely, again, one of my favorite episodes. Jim came up to me. We work out at the same gym, and he came up to me one day. He said, "Yuri, I love your show. I would love to be a guest on your show." And I said, "Okay, what would you like to talk about?" And when he brought up the age discrimination, it was so interesting because I had people ask me before or tell me before that I should have that subject covered. So when Jim offered me to have a sleepover with me, I was like, let's do this. And Jim is a nice guy, definitely. I've known him for a while, and we always have good conversations. So I thought it would be a great opportunity to just have a sleepover with Jim and get to know him better as a person, and also talk about age discrimination, something that I never really thought of because I can't really relate yet. So that was interesting. That was a good episode, and definitely I remember after the episode I remember generally thinking that, I'm not afraid of getting older anymore.
I got to talk about, because it was rare for me to actually meet a transgender person, and Jessica was my very first one.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
And I got to say, it was very courageous and open of her to share her entire experience with this audience.
Yes, Jessica is my all-time favorite. I met her when I was 21, and she was actually one of the best friends that I had back then. And we had a couple of sleepovers together. So having her like a decade later on my show, having a sleepover with her again was a very, it was a great experience, very humbling. And I love Jessica so much. And she definitely opened my eyes, and I learned a lot from her about the transgender community and culture back then and now. So I'm just so happy that I was able to share that with other people.
I gotta say that Michelle definitely taught us about how to tackle depression head on. And I definitely think she really helped us to inspire with love.
Barbara.
Oh yeah, Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara is again, I keep saying my favorite. I feel like I don't sound authentic or genuine anymore, but it's true. Every guest on my show was my favorite person. And Barbara, her name, Barbara Love, speaks for itself. She's so full of love, and she's filled with love, and she just carries that loving energy with her. And every time I see her, I just feel happy, She makes me feel happy.
Another person I think made us happy was Sarah. When she made your conversation, she had so much bubbly personality, and she had a great rapport with you.
Yes, Sarah. Sarah, again, is my favorite girl. All of them are. They really are. I love Sarah dearly. And again, I remember, and I hope she's not going to hate me for that, I remember if I talked about that. When I met Sarah, the day we met, I was buying her coffee at McDonald's. She was like that broke. And I felt it was so inspiring because she's this girl from Australia with a house and a business in Australia. And Australia is a country I dreamed of when I was a kid. And she, left everything behind and came here to New York to pursue a dream. And for me, that was immigration is all about. That's why I wanted to share that people leave their homes and go through those extreme obstacles and challenges of life just to pursue their dreams. And that's what life is for me. And that's what I want people, to believe in, and dreams, and not be afraid of that. Because a lot of us, we're just afraid to dream or pursue them, and we shouldn't. And I guess Sarah just proved that everything's possible. You gotta keep going.
Yeah. And there are some times as Alexa, I lost my cool. And I can definitely tell it happened when both Brennan and Forrest came in.
Yes, those are the eye candies that I brought on the show. Not, I was like, yeah, I love my job. Yeah, Bradman and Forrest definitely are good-looking guys. So it was really great to have a talk show. To have a sleepover with them.
And then not to mention they flexed. They flexed, and that was like that. You can't create moments like that.
No, you can't. I mean, but to be honest, though, when they were, I knew I was going to ask them that. I was like, listen, if I have Bremen and Forrest on my couch at the show, I might as well just ask them to take the shirt off, you know? So definitely took advantage of that. I hope I didn't make them feel uncomfortable, but I'm definitely sure that I made a lot of my viewers happy to see that. So
I definitely agree, and I think if everyone in New York City watched this show, there'd be a lot more compassion in the city.
Definitely. You know, listen, if my show can touch one soul, can touch one heart, can help one human being, one person out there to be more compassionate and be more loving and be more kind and be more understanding, and I'll be truly happy, because at the end of the day, I consider myself an artist, and this show is a piece of art, and I did that to make this world a little bit better. And like I said, I don't want to sound like Miss USA or anything like that, but it's really something that I want to share. I mean, again, going back to my story, I experienced a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, and a lot of feelings that I don't wish on other people, a lot of thoughts I don't wish on other people. So if there are other minorities out there, LGBTQ, people of color, immigrants, please don't give up. Don't quit on your goals. There is love in you. This love is abundant. And find that love and live with that love. And that love will help you pursue your dreams. And go after your dreams. Never give up. And while you're pursuing your dreams, love other people, help other people, find love in them, and pursue their dreams. And if we all have love for ourselves and others, and if we all pursue our dreams and live in dreams, then I believe this world will be such a better place and such a happier place, and where no one should feel alone, or no one should feel inferior or worse than others, or not as good as others, or wrong. No one should ever feel that way.
Amen to that, 100,000%. What advice to these people, to the immigrants, to the members of the LGBT community, to the minorities that watch this show and feel inspired by you, and as they go create this, and they want to create a platform to showcase their voice, but through another medium like YouTube or TikTok or Instagram stories?
I just say go for it. I mean, just go for it. To be honest with you, though, when I came up with this idea, it wasn't necessarily something that, how do I promote myself? And this is something that still I haven't necessarily figured out. For me, it was just to create this, like I said, I wanted to have a sleepover with Yuri because I love sleepovers. And I thought it would be a great opportunity to reunite with my friends and catch up with my friends. And just that and I just wanted to have a talk show because it's just something I wanted to have. So, but I'm definitely aware of social media, and so if people want to use that platform to deliver a message, definitely go for it. I believe that we should all do it, because awareness will help fight and conquer ignorance. And another lesson that I learned from my guests is that oftentimes hatred towards people is born from ignorance. People are just not aware. People don't know. People never met certain type of people, and they are therefore ignorant and full of hatred, or just anger.
And it's like the old Star Wars quote that Yoda always says, if I remember correctly, from Attack of the Clones: anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering, suffering leads to the dark side, something like that.
Yeah, that's very well worded. Yeah.
We got to talk about one of the biggest elephants in the room, and not that little guy, but the biggest elephants in the room is this. Have you thought, and how are you brainstorm season 2?
Oh wow. I would love. I mean, I would love for the show to go on. It's been such an amazing experience. I'm so blessed and so fortunate to have had this experience in my life and definitely live a dream. I would love it to go on and on and on and on, but we'll see. I'm just happy that we're having this now. My next goal is to promote and advertise and do marketing for the show and see how far I may go. And then based on that, I will determine whether or not I want to continue doing this or not, because, the show does require a lot of time and resources, so it's not that easy to just keep doing it. But I wouldn't mind to have more sleepovers and more inspirational stories on the couch.
I think in addition to your friends, but I think you should have some big names. I've always thought of seeing Ellen come in here. She's definitely been someone that I think you would be perfect with.
Okay. Yeah, that would be nice.
and also the thing is with these sleepovers, I think everyone leaves here, I think, with more energy. They feel inspired. It's like basically your own TED Talk.
Thank you. Thank you. It makes me feel happy. If that's true, and that's what people feel and people think, it makes me feel happy. Like I said, I'm a huge ambassador of love, acceptance, tolerance, just joy.
And joy is important. You got to make sure, I already hear a song in my head is Three Dog Night's Joy to the World.
Why don't you sing it for me?
I don't know if we can pay for it.
Okay.
But I can do the chorus. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Woo. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. I don't know if we can get away with more of your verses, but that's
that will get us ratings.
I gotta say, Yuri, I'm so grateful that we had the opportunity to be a part of this, and having you trust me enough to help you as a part of the team. And it means a lot that we're having a lot of the sit downs and seeing you shine and introduce people to people that they necessarily don't know or not in their sphere.
Well, the fact that I'm shining is that the makeup person didn't put enough makeup on me, but all jokes aside, thank you so much. I'm definitely grateful to have had this opportunity. It's been such a gift of my higher power that I had in my life, because having my own talk show has been my dream. I'm not gonna lie, and thanks to you and people who have been with me this entire time. Special thanks to Asha, who has been a director of the show. Also, she's been with me, from day one basically, and Peter, the editor, and I'm not gonna go with names because there have been a lot of other names as well. But thank you to everyone who has been part of the crew, part of the team, who has helped me, make this project come true. And it's been a wonderful experience. And yeah, I feel a little sad, and but
but as Leanne Womack prolifically said, if one door closes, one door will open, and it's just like hope in the song I Hope You Dance. I hope that you and I hope our audience listens to that song, because it's definitely something that's going to uplift you.
Well, listen, if you sing it, then we'll definitely listen to it, right?
Alexa karaoke.
Alexa, sing for me.
Alrighty.
My phantom of music.
Alrighty. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I think that. Did you like that one? Did you like that one?
Yes. Yeah, he liked it.
I don't think we hold the story of the elephants.
There's no story. When I was little, I actually had a teddy bear until I was maybe 12. And the funny part is that my mom just sent me a package because my birthday's coming up, and my mom sent me the whole package with sweets and candies, and I asked her to put that teddy bear in the box. So I'm expecting my teddy bear back. So that's going to be really precious. And the stuffed toy came to the picture just because everyone was like, Yuri, you need to get a stuffed toy. It's a sleepover. I mean, pajamas and a stuffed toy. So, and I went to the store, and then I was like, well, should I get a bunny or a teddy bear? And I just thought, I just saw this. Can we have a? I just saw this little elephant, really cute, and yeah, he has like a puppy face. And I was like, let me get it. So, he doesn't have a name, unfortunately.
Really?
And he doesn't. I know.
But however, that elephant's been here for a lot of sleepovers.
I'll come up with a name for him.
Hopefully by season 2.
Hopefully. I mean, listen, who knows? Definitely would love to work with you again, with Alexa.
And be honored. Alexa would be honored to do that again.
Thank you.
Why did I do almost Regis talk? Regis Philbin for years did a version of Elmo who talked like in third person.
Listen, it's been fun. It's been like looking back, it's been an amazing time, an incredible year, and all the people who have been on this couch and in the operation room. It's been such an amazing experience.
And you've definitely taught us a lot. And I think that the viewers will learn so much from this, and have learned a lot. And I think it's time that we should expand our family, our Sleepover with Yuri family. And hopefully their viewers will pass it on.
Yeah, maybe I'll have like a slumber party or something.
Maybe a slumber party at Madison Square Garden.
All right. Maybe not. Maybe not, but we'll think about that.
Oh, yeah. And besides, I don't think Billy Joel will be happy with that.
Yep.
Alrighty, so do you have any words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. I feel like I've said enough already, but look at my shirt. Don't quit on your goals. So if I do, encourage you to watch all the episodes, and there have been some good episodes, and the others are even better. And yeah, just watch the episodes. Let me know what you think. I'll be happy to hear, any feedback or, what you guys think about it. And like I said before, just love yourself, love others. That's all we need, and that's all we.
Love is all we need, as the Beatles once said. Love is all we need.
Yep.
And thank you so much for having me to interview you and talk about this season.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure having Alexa, and I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too.
All right, Alexa.
Alrighty,
love you.
I love you so much.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.